It's very safe. It doesn't have snakes. It doesn't have fish, by the way. So these young boys have taken a shower. Hiyo
This young with sponge.
sponge
This one is a sponge.
inaitwa African bath net. Did you know that a lot of young men in the village shower in the river? A lot of young men, they don't shower at home. And I am taking you to a place where young men shower. Now, young men shower in the river because it reaches a point where you now don't disturb people to bring you water to shower. You don't disturb, you know, you are a man now. You don't want to disturb people and you don't want anybody to disturb you. You can do whatever you want. And so you go to take a shower in the river. Now, I'm taking you there where we used to shower when we were still very young. And before you go to shower, you need three things, right? The first thing you need is a sponge. Well, we call it a sponge. You know, in our language, we call it eshiangwe. In Kiswahili, we call it dodoki. But in English, it has many names like a scrubber, a loafer, a bath sponge, or so many names. I don't know why it has so many names in English, but the dodoki, okay? So you carry that sponge, African bath net. You carry it, and then you carry soap, and then you carry... So basically this is what you need. You will need to carry an African bath net, and then you will have to carry a soap. Then after a soap, then you will have to carry this stone. This stone is called a granite. This stone is a granite, and then you have to carry these three. So when you are going to the river to shower, you have to arm yourself with these three, okay, as a young man. And then you carry it majestically. You carry it like a bad man so that nobody can, you know, you put it in the past we used to have those nylon papers, but right now we have these carrier bags. So, you know, the government has put a lot of regulations. Right now they decompose faster. They are not like those polythene bags that they never decompose faster. So we have armed ourselves with these three, and now assume that I am a young man, I am not married, and I'm going to take a shower. So this is our experience that we used to have when we were still very young. And this was not many years back, just roughly about some 10 to 15 years, right? I post this video because my mother does not like content creation. Let me tell you, my parents don't like content creation, bro. Every video I produce, nobody watches. By the way, my family members don't watch me. If you ask any of my family members that what has Giddy posted, they don't know. My family members don't watch me. And this is what I keep telling people, that when you start a YouTube channel, your family members love you. Your sisters, your brothers, they love you, but they don't watch you. You just see a lot of people watching your videos. Like I have a video, I have said here that I have a video that has 1 million views, but none of my family members watched that. So on YouTube, people who don't know you are people who will support you, not your family. So my parents usually tell me, don't do YouTube, you are exposing your personal life. But I feel it's a good thing to do, because it's good to have a library of your experiences that you can watch later. So I'm taking you, this is the route that we used to follow. I'm taking you to the river where we used to shower when we were still young boys. I know a lot of men out there in the villages, they also used to shower. You see, you use this route that is very quiet and quite bushy when you go to take a shower. As a young man in the village, looking like you are a king, because you know in adolescence the hormones are now coming up. You feel a lot of nyegenyeges, and so you feel like you are the man that should be listened to in the village in your adolescence. And so you go to take a shower. So we used to follow here, and then we are carrying our belongings. I'm carrying these belongings in another hand. I told you I'm carrying a sponge, the African bath net, or dodoki, or a loafer, or whatever you want to call it, or a shiangwe, or anything. And then I'm carrying a granite stone that I will use to scratch my legs. And then I'm carrying a bar soap, right? Yes, so this is our land, by the way. This is our ancestral land. Our land, all these parts, all these small parts are in our land. So, yes, we used to follow here. And this bush now, where we used to take a shower, it's there. I can see small adolescent kids still taking shower there. And let me go show you something. So we used to follow here. Now this bush is very good because it provides protection. If people are coming, they cannot see you. You see this bush here. Now those paths up there, ladies cannot come here. This thing still happens. You know, I never thought that I would find people here, but I've found small boys, adolescent boys still taking a shower, and I want to show you. So this bush is very important, very, very, very important, because when girls are passing there, they are not supposed to see boys. Now boys are supposed to take a shower in the river, right? Yes. So we used to come here. Right now I cannot do this. Even my sons cannot do this probably, because I have now water at home. There's water supply at home. But if they feel like they want to do like other young men in the village, they can still do it. So in the past we used to do it here, right? We used to take a shower here. But this one now, they don't do it because, you know, they keep changing. As years change, they also change. And also when they clear some parts and people can now see the river, they change to a place where they cannot be seen. Yes, so that is why now people have changed where they take a shower. This is the place where we used to take a shower. This water comes from a place called Mushirula. Hey. This water comes from a place called Mushirula. So from that place, it is clean water. You know, I want to zoom. So yes, I've now zoomed there. I think you can see there. So this is the place where we used to take a shower. Mbola mriye bwana. Mwiziro wising. Mwamalo wising. We have some young men here who have just taken a shower, and this is the place where, you know, you see now that place is very well made for taking a shower. Mwisingre mwezi. These young boys have taken a shower. Bwana unaitwa nani? What's your name?
Stanley.
Stanley?
Yes.
And you?
John.
John. So these young boys have taken a shower, and now we bado unaoga. Wewe ndo unamalizia. Sitaki kuonyesha, nataka uonyeshe kwa hiyo kitu. Inaitwa aje hiyo kitu? Hiyo. Sponge. Inaitwa African bath net. Inaitwa African sponge, ama lufa, ama scrubber. Unasikia? Ama dodoki. Muluya nlokulanga anga ishiangu ita. Halafu mulinde sabuni ita. So they have a soap and then they have a brush. Your brush ni ya kazi gani? So instead of having this granite stone here, they have a brush. And you see bwana. Yes, so that is the first place. You know, YouTube usually does not like when kids appear in a video because of the obvious reasons. You know, YouTube was once sued because some kids appeared in a video, and you can be sued to give a lot of money. You can compensate people a lot of money. So it's not good for kids to appear in a video. And so you see, up there, girls cannot see boys shower here, down here, right? So you can see this is the place where we shower. And that is the place where we used to shower. Now I'm taking you to a place where now men, you know, those are small boys. But we still, the reason why we have those boys there is because mamas can still pass there and see them. But we have a place where men now take a shower. A place where men go to take a shower. It's quite hidden. Nobody can see men there. If I had no water at home, the best place to come would be here. So another place to shower is here. This place is also good for showering, and it's good for shower at around 6 or 7. When it's already dark, people usually come there and they take a shower because kids cannot pass here. You see, women have finished going to the river, so they cannot pass here. Now this is very spacious now. Very spacious. Anybody can come and take a shower here. Okay? Now men usually take a shower here. Right? Because when you look up there, people cannot see you. It's quite hidden because we have napier grass here. Now this napier grass is hiding you, and we have, although we have a house up there, but it's not a route where people follow to go to the river, to go for other errands. So men usually hide. I cannot go to that water right now. I don't want to take a shower. I was just showing you how people take a shower. Now I can't take a. I would have taken a shower, but I can't for obvious reasons. Obvious reasons. You will see my thing, and I don't want you to see my thing. I want you to see me with clothes. You know, when you see me without clothes, I will unite Kenyans, and I will unite people across the globe, and I will become famous for very wrong reasons. Now you see this whole place is cleaned. You see that trench? That trench is now very good, and it's cleaned always to make sure that people can take a shower easily, men. Now, I'm taking you to a place now where women also, sometimes women, when they have come to this place and they want to clean clothes, they can also take a shower. And it's an open place. Even kids can also take a shower. It's an open place. But sometimes, in most cases, this happens in the morning when families are cleaning. Now, this is an open place now. Yeah. Sometimes we have cows grazing there. We have cows grazing. And yes, now this one is very clean. You can see the way it is so clean. Just look at the way it is made so clean so that people can take a shower there. Now you can come here to wash clothes, take a shower. Yeah, and then when you finish, you go home, right? Yes. Now it goes up to down there. Now it reaches here. Then we have another place, the final place, where now I feel I should show you. Now it is this one. This one now, that final place is a place where people take a shower. Now, I used to think that it is in the past when these things used to happen. But when I came here, I found a lot of people taking a shower. Now the problem is that I cannot show them. I cannot interview them when they are taking a shower. I cannot show them. I can only take a shower and record myself, but for purposes of that will be very bad. I cannot do that. So these are good experiences we used to have in the past. Now, if I want to take a shower, I simply go inside here. Then I take a shower. I'm putting on a sweatpant and Crocs. And so I can just enter into this water. It's actually very clean water, right? Sparkling clean. This water comes from a place called Mushirula. It's the main river where people fetch their water to go for domestic consumption, by the way. People use this water for cooking and for many other things. It's very safe. It doesn't have snakes. It doesn't have fish, by the way. This is just clean water. And it flows, it goes up to River Yala. So this is the water that they use. It just comes from here. And it's very clean. So if I had wanted to take a shower, I would comfortably do it here. Because nobody's watching me. I'm just alone. You see? Nobody's here to look at me. All women are... Because the problem is women, not fellow men. If fellow men want to see you, there's no problem. But if women look at you, then it can be a very big problem. By the way, there's a day I beat up a certain girl because I was taking a shower and then she's standing in a thicket somewhere looking at me, looking at my nakedness. My friend, my nakedness is only to be seen by men, my wife only, not by children and random women. By fellow men, because fellow men cannot do anything for you. By the way, in this village, we don't have those sisi things. In this village, we have straight men, okay, who have wives. And that is why having no wife is a problem. And that is why I have been telling people that when you don't have a wife in this village, it feels abnormal, okay? So almost every man has a wife here. So when fellow men look at you, it's normal for men to look at you. Because when we were still kids, we used to shower and then fellow men will just look at you. And then when you have your wife look at you, of course your wife should look at you. Your wife should look at you because that's very normal. But if a random woman stands somewhere in a thicket to look at me, then she should be punished in this village. Because why is she looking at me? It's very wrong for her to look at me. Yes? Yeah, so I would have taken a shower. This is clean water. We have a lot of sun and it's very cool. When I'm standing inside this water, I just feel very okay. Now I'm not sweating. You know, there's that effect. I'm not sweating. It looks very good. So this is where we used to take a shower. I've carried my sponge here. I'll not take a shower just because I can take it at home. So there's no point of taking a shower here. So I've carried my sponge here. It's here. I'm carrying my stone here. Then I'm carrying my soap. Yeah. So these three things are very crucial when it comes to taking a shower. So I don't know if I should give you an experience of showering, but I'm really sorry that I can't do it. You know, for reasons well known to you and me. Yes. So this is how our village looks like. This is how men take a shower. Yes, some men have now come to take a shower. I just washed my legs. Then I have to leave now. And I cannot show those men because they have not consented to be shown on this camera. Okay? So it's good to respect people's privacy. You don't show them anyhow on camera. Yes, so this is our village. If you come to our village, there's enough water to take a shower. If you have no water at home, you don't have the ability to have tap water like me. There's a lot of water in the river. There are many restrictions. Women cannot just look at you. Children cannot just look at you. There are spaces for you to take a shower. And you feel like a big man in the village, right? And nobody will see you. I usually tell people that I'm always alone. Now look here. If I had come to take a shower, I would be alone. Nobody would be looking at me. I know somebody wants to ask, what if people pass through there to see you? There's nobody. Even if I do 360, there's nobody. This is a safe space. This is a safe space for any man to take a shower. And if a certain lady or a young girl or anybody comes here and then they stand there to look at you, they will be punished in this community. We don't entertain that. Because men should be respected, okay? Of course, women should be respected, but at home. But when it comes here where men are removing their clothes and taking a shower, men should be respected. So that is the experience. I have taken you to this experience. I could not show you an explicit shower, forgive me. But if YouTube had allowed me, I would have shown you an explicit shower. Thank you for listening to me. This is Giddy Akali, and we shall meet again in another video. Peace.